Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world, goddamn cryptocurrency. That's right. Today we're talking about a brand new protocol on base chain, which uses Ethereum, and it is launching today, as in within the next 24 hours. You can find the links in the description, and I have a handy QR code as well somewhere that I'm going to put up. There we go. Boom. You can scan that as well. Check out the platform as well, or it's in the description as well. Pretty nice feature that's been added to StreamYard. So we are talking about Plazm. Plazm is coming from the team at EMP and Dex Finance, and it's pretty exciting actually. Plazm, right? Brand new reward grid on base chain that claims to finally bring sustainable real yield. Let's talk about how it works, why it's different, and what you should be doing on launch day, as in today. If you've ever been in platforms like Titan X or even Hex, then it will be quite similar to how it's done, but it's using real yield. To understand that, you need to understand how Dex Finance works, and that's the first thing we're going to be checking out today, because that's pretty much what's under the hood of this entire platform is the Dex Finance vaults, which I've been using extensively for years. They're fantastic. So let's head over there first, and then we'll find out everything that's going on with the DexFi. So Dex Finance is technology on base chain and other chains. They use vaults, which with AI-driven vaults, which then compound and profit take in different series of, ratios to make sure that people can essentially yield farm with an easy button. The bond service allows you to purchase bond NFTs. You can see I have 42 bonds in this wallet. It's earning me USDC. I have 28 USDC to date. You can claim anytime. Currently worth $7,000. Now, I am actually under on my purchases with these because, of course, the market's down. They were up around about 11,000 just a few weeks ago, but we've seen that downturn. I do expect them to go back up eventually. But I use these just to continuously earn USDC on my ETH, which I hold. They put everything transparently into a fund that you can actually see on the bank. So if we bring this one up right here, you're going to see that they have the funds for these in the bank, $2.1 million, same as the site. And you can see where they're farming. They're farming on base chain, Avalanche, and a little bit now on Sonic. I'm happy to see that they moved the funds off of Sonic and onto Avalanche instead because they're following the market trends, okay? The majority is on base chain, where they have multiple vaults, multiple positions, as you can see, which are all earning yield. The yield is being compounded and also claimed and turned into USDC and given in rewards to people. So we are now on the Plazm site, link in the description, or check out the QR code at the top left-hand corner that you can scan and use, okay? Welcome to a real yield system designed to keep your portfolio charged in any market cycle, simple, renewable, and built for sustainable growth. So this is Plazm. You can check out the docs here to try and understand the platform more, or launch the dApp to check it out as well, because it is launching today. Quite excited, okay? So their partners are EMP and Dex Finance. Key features: the Plazm is the first DeFi protocol engineered to generate real external yield that fuels your portfolio. Dex Finance, right? So what's happening is that when you create a stake on Plazm, you're putting ETH or E shares in. Instead of just sitting there, 93% of that value gets routed into DexFi bonds and concentrate liquidity pools. These positions generate yield paid out in USDC. That USDC doesn't just sit idle, it's automatically recycled into Plazm into two functions. One is called buy and burn, which buys Plazm off the market and burns it permanently, reducing supply. The other is buy and build, which buys Plazm and pairs it with either E shares or USDC to deepen liquidity. Both of these run every 10 minutes, which is pretty cool, right? Every 10 minutes. And anyone can call them, just like anyone could call the buy and burn on Titan X. If you trigger the function, you actually earn a small caller reward. So the system is designed to keep running without the need of a centralized team to press the buy and burn button. This is the breakthrough, right? Instead of buybacks being a gimmick that actually drains the treasury, because in Titan X, all we had was a massive fund of ETH, huge amount of ETH that was inside the treasury Titan X. You could deploy that to buy and burn and continue to, the dev was continually moving that fund around and doing things with the fund. But what's happening here with Plazm is that the Dex Finance bond system is managing the fund, and it's generating USDC, and it's the USDC that is being used for the buy and burn, is how I understand it. Plazm hardwires them into renewable loop powered by DexFi yield. It's what makes the project itself a sustainable reward grid as opposed to just a continuously reducing buy and burn pool. So what is Plazm and how is it similar or different to Titan X? That's what everyone wants to know. Titan X was a massive protocol about a year and a half to 2 years ago. It funded an insane amount of Ethereum inside it, and it made a lot of people lots of money. A lot of people also lost money in Titan X as well if they didn't play it right and they didn't get in on the first day, right? So what is Plazm exactly? Think of it like an electrical grid for your portfolio. You either create Plazm or you stake Plazm. If you create Plazm, you're minting new tokens at a rate that gets harder each day, just like mining difficulty for Bitcoin, right? The earlier you create, the cheaper your Plazm. While you're creating, you also tap into the daily reward pool. If you stake, you're locking up your Plazm you already hold. In return, you earn shares, which pay you a slice of the daily Plazm pool. The longer you lock, the more powerful your shares. Since shares are calculated as tokens, times days squared. If you quit early, you get penalized. But you can even wrap your stake into an NFT and sell it on the marketplace later. That's actually a real innovation because I've not seen this before on any other platform. Now, how does this compare to Titan X? Titan X launched on Ethereum with an automated buyback and burn model. It relied heavily on trading volume and reflexive tokenomics. That worked while the hype was strong. It really did work. But when activity slowed, the system struggled, the token price fell, people stopped actually minting more Titan X, and it collapsed. Plazm takes a different approach. Instead of relying only on volume, it uses DexFi to generate real yield in USDC. That yield powers the buybacks and liquidity burning, creating a circuit that doesn't depend purely on speculation. So while Titan X was an interesting experiment and quite a successful one, Plazm is aiming to be a more sustainable evolution of that idea. So what to do today, right? What to do today to make the best of this platform. So we'll come to Plazm. You want to launch the dApp, right? And let's check it out. So you're going to need ETH. I, for example, have some ETH here. You can get ETH by going to places like Aerodrome and swapping other base assets into ETH. Here I have 0.23 ETH, about $1,000, which I think I'll be going in with maybe 2,000 to try it out and see how it's going to go, right? Or you need E-shares. I'm going to be going in with ETH because at the moment I don't have any E-share, right? So on launch day, we can either create or stake. So you have these options here. This is the option bar. You have here earn, burn, stats, referrals, which there is a 2% referral for using this platform. If you can generate a referral network, then you can actually just earn Ethereum by telling other people or advising other people to use this. By the way, none of this is financial advice. I'm just educating you on a brand new platform, which I've found on the base chain. And I think it's pretty cool. I'm just a guy in a room talking about crypto. Do your own research. I'm not your daddy, right? And you can buy Plazm here by coming to this, which will probably bring you to a widget for buying it on Uniswap or something like that. Anyway, or Aerodrome, wherever they're going to park their liquidity. We want to come to earn, okay? And that's the first thing we want to focus on, okay? Because it's all about strategy. Do you create or do you stake? Monday is launch day today. At launch, the create rate will be at its best. 1 E-share equals 5 Plazm, and every single day after that rate gets worse by about 0.08%. That means if you're serious about playing the system, day 1 creation is the golden ticket. You'll mint at the cheapest rate. You have a whole day to do this, I believe, and you'll be earning daily rewards right away. If you want to catch this just as it launches, please join the Telegram and they'll be announcing it. I think also AJ Brockman will be going live when they launch to show people how to use it as well. So that's very important, right? Staking is an option from the start, but remember you need Plazm to stake. So first you need to buy or create Plazm to then stake Plazm. That means early stakers are basically either creators themselves or buyers on secondary market wherever their liquidity is held. The staking pool also comes with a 5% fee based on the create cost. So on day 1, creating tokens looks stronger than staking tokens, to be honest. The other thing to remember, Plazm pool rewards are shared out by shares. That means the earlier you get in and the longer you set your duration, the bigger your slice of the pie. There's a sweet spot here. Go too short and you'll barely earn anything. Go too long and you'll be stuck unless you plan on selling your NFT on the secondary market, or the token does continue to moon all the way until the end of your create plan. As you can see here, the max length is 77 days. And if I was going to take my ETH, there would be 0.2 ETH, not E-share. I'm I'm guessing there's going to be an ETH option opening up there, right? And then we will earn, and it will show my end date. And then I will deposit it in. It will show my estimated ROI, but that's not public yet, okay? And then we will see what's going on at the bottom. None of this is, of course, running yet because the platform isn't yet live on mainnet, right? We'll then have claimable creations here, which will be your claimable tokens and your ended creations as well. This is very similar to how Titan X ran. And then, of course, we have the stake option here, where if you've bought Plazm or you have Plazm, then you can then stake that Plazm to earn from the pool reward system. Staking is an option, of course, but you need to have Plazm token to do this. And finally, keep an eye on the penalties. If you end your stake early, you'll lose a chunk of your rewards. If you wait past your grace period at maturity, your rewards will also start to be penalized. So pay attention to this stat. If you've locked for 70 days and then you forget about it, you eventually will lose all your tokens. So time your exits carefully. If you end a stake early, you will be penalized as well. So that is Plazm, a reward grid powered by DexFi Yield, not empty promises. It's not even live yet. This launch is Monday on Base. If you want to be the first mover for this, day one creation is where the edge definitely is. This is not financial advice, but if Plazm performs the way it's designed to, this could be one of the most unique and sustainable protocols of this current market cycle. Let me know if you're bullish or if you think this is just another Titan X Ponzi in disguise. Let me know in the comments, please. I've been Crypto Mischief. Be good to each other, and as always,